Ahead of Governor Phil Scott's budget address tomorrow, the House Appropriations Committee heard from 22 different advocacy groups, nonprofits, businesses, and people about the help they need as we are still in this crisis. Local 22's Devin Bates has more now from today's public hearing.
The vaccine rollout and the likelihood of additional federal relief has been a cause for hope among farms, businesses, and other organizations, but it hasn't done much to relieve uncertainty. For example, the Vermont Foodbank has been without federal funding for the Farmers to Families Food Box program since January 1st. And in the short term, it's been a struggle to keep the program running without it.
It's the middle of winter. We didn't think it was appropriate to be cutting people off from this important source of food. This really is about not only feeding our neighbors, but feeding our neighbors and supporting Vermont producers.
Vermont Foodbank CEO John Sales requested that the state budget include $1.5 million for the program. Since the beginning of the year, the food bank has been giving out 500 boxes of food per day, and by the end of February, they're estimating 20,000 boxes will be distributed. Farmers from across the state also testified in support.
And this program was not the reason why we closed, but it certainly kept us going through the summer.
Pretty disappointing to see that program get taken out of Vermont.
Vermont businesses are also facing unique challenges. Caledonia Spirits, for example, halted its vodka production in 2020 to focus on making hand sanitizer.
Before we knew it, we were providing hand sanitizer to all state hospitals, first responders, Vermont state office buildings, and receiving urgent orders from large distributors all around the country.
It was a move that helped fill a critical need at the time, but the revenue from it made Caledonia Spirits ineligible for the second round of PPP loans.
That eligibility criteria was not established at the time when we made the decision to make the hand sanitizer. Now the demand for hand sanitizer has abruptly slowed down. We're left with significant inventory, and we have very few avenues to sell it.
Devin Bates, Local 22 News.
At that same public hearing, Burlington School Superintendent Tom Flanagan said the district needs at least an additional $3.5 million to help pay for the renovation of the former Macy's building to be made into a temporary high school. He said that if it is not part of the budget, it will be a tough pill for taxpayers to swallow.
It will cost taxpayers and the education fund hundreds of thousands of dollars more due to the need to borrow to cover the renovation costs. Furthermore, waiting to approve this item will put town meeting day voters in the difficult position of needing to vote on a budget when a major cost driver is unknown.
Those renovations are expected to be finished towards the end of February, in time for students to move to the new building after winter break.